Hi, team. I'm here again with Matt Jones of Advanced Safety, one of New Zealand's absolute leading experts in the field of health and safety advisory. And today we're going to have a discussion around what does good look like in health and safety, and how does that align to being cost effective and practical to your business budget, and what is the role of technology in all of this? Matt, I'm sure you're familiar to many of our listeners and audience online for all the great work you do in this space. So, really intrigued to hear your thoughts about balancing achieving good with a cost effective budget.
Yeah, it's a
And
great.
where does that align with technology?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Simon. Thanks for having me back again. It's always a pleasure. Yeah, look, I think it's a really interesting topic, particularly in a marketplace that seems to have a new whiz bang solution hitting the scene almost on a daily, right? My inbox is always flooded with health and safety solution providers that are trying to promise me the world, and you click the button, and half the things don't even work. But yeah, it's a really important topic, particularly for businesses that are trying their best to do what's required of them in arguably an uncertain or unclear um, environment where we know well the term health and safety and what even good looks like can be a little bit murky, right? So I think it's fair to say, I mean, you're a business owner and I'm a business owner, uh,
Yes,
and we juggle many things, and one of our priorities ultimately is to ensure that um, we're making enough to keep the wheels turning, right?
absolutely.
It's essential that no matter what product you choose, it needs to be something that is affordable and cost effective for the business, but also can generate a demonstrable return of investment. And so I think a lot of the software solutions I've seen come and go over the years struggle with that equation, where often you pay your subscription and then kind of scratch your head wondering, actually, what is it I'm even paying for here? And so that's often one of the pitfalls I see when I meet businesses who have tried to implement softwares in the past, is that they pay the initial fee, and then not much happens after. There isn't much thought that goes into the implementation and the rollout and the embedding of that system. And then several months pass, and then perhaps it's the end of the financial year, or the accountant catches up with the business owner and asks them, well, where can we trim some of the fat? And inevitably, one of the first things to go will be that expensive piece of software that no one even ever used. So unfortunately, what it's doing is it's giving the business owners a bad experience when it comes to health and safety in practice, and also burns a big hole in their pocket, and arguably doesn't achieve a great deal. So from my perspective, and one of the things that I really enjoy doing is working with businesses just like your clients, and helping them to understand and unpack the software solutions and help them to embed that into their daily practices. So one of the key things that I really enjoy doing is helping to identify who among the team is best suited to lead that project. So as a consultant, I'm an external to the companies, and it would be a mistake of me to take all of that responsibility on my shoulders, because I come in and out. Really, to really make it stick, you need to make sure that the team members within the business are the ones that take on that responsibility and lead the charge, basically. It's also ensuring that everyone understands why we're implementing these systems as well. Often it's a missing ingredient, and as a result of that, if you haven't won the hearts and minds of the team before the implementation, then again, it's you'll meet resistance. No one likes change at the best of times, and especially at work, right? And so,
Yeah,
if you can help win over the team with the message that, hey, change is uncomfortable and it's going to feel a bit clunky for a little while, but we really need your input. and we really want you guys to play an important role in what we're trying to achieve here. Yes, we'll make mistakes, and yes, it's going to feel a bit unfamiliar for a little while, but we will share with you the results and what we're learning every step of the way. By doing that, you're giving the team a really clear sense of the return of investment for them as well, because they're investing their time and energy in a work environment where no, undoubtedly they're busy already. They don't need another distraction, right? But if you can do a communication loop where when someone submits a report and then a few days later that that report's discussed at the next team meeting, and hey, we've found actually based on that report there's an improvement opportunity that we hadn't seen before, and then the next meeting, hey, we've acted on that, we've tested that, and it turns out that was a really great idea. That's gold. That's such a
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
way to win those hearts and minds. It's a really easy win and way to embed and implement a system, no matter what it is. I mean, it could be health and safety, it could be in any sector really, but that's an area where I've really seen can make a massive impact is by winning over the stakeholders at the beginning, and then being able to demonstrate to everybody the return of investment, whether it's time, whether it's money, whatever it is. If you can show that there's been a clear improvement made thanks to individual efforts and team efforts, you will see a significant um, upswing in the uptake and use of that piece of software. So um, the the role of tech, I mean, it's been a fascinating. I've been involved in health and safety now for 15 plus years, and I've seen the evolution of safety software as it's grown, and now I get really excited by solutions just like yours that have enabled businesses to piece together and to bring to life health and safety in the workplace, where it's been traditionally been a real challenging thing to achieve.
It's a really astute and interesting observation. I hadn't thought of that idea that actually that return on investment is both from a financial perspective, but it's also the team and investment and time and their energy and recognizing that engagement. We talk a lot about there is that need for engagement, right? And health and safety is about that engagement across the entire team, and potentially the role of tech is to make that easier to distribute that engagement, that knowledge, that awareness across the entire team. Yeah, so thank you so much for that point, Matt. That's
Mm.
yeah, that again another demonstration of the value you bring to the teams you empower and educate and enable.